All right, everybody. Welcome back to No Cover TV's podcast. I want to thank you. And that's right, I'm your host, Big Al. And that's right, I take that original, local, and national music and I just shove it in your face every which way I can because you need to hear the music that is out there. Please, people, do me one favor if you can. Turn your radio down. Turn it down. Open your window, stick your head out that window, and listen because you're going to hear some great music of all genres, all age groups. It's amazing, very amazing, the music that is out there around the world. And No Cover TV just picked up 2 more countries. We just picked up Brazil and Germany. We are all over the world. We're picking up a lot of great people, a lot of great artists and musicians, and we have a great one in the house today that I will get to in just a minute. But you know I got to BS you just a little bit, people. You want to get a hold of me to get on the show, you can get a hold of me on Facebook. Go to the No Cover TV site or my personal site, Al Brady. You can also email me at nocovertv@yahoo.com. You can do that. If you don't find me and I find you, questions are different. Might be a little difficult, but they'll be different. So find me. It'll be a lot easier on you. Yes, because I get down to the nitty gritty on the music scene here. It's about the story of the musicians, what they came from, what they're doing, and about their music. So get your phones on your platforms and your computers and get ready because I got a show for you today. Oh, I do. But before, I almost introduced my artist for the day, but I got to thank one sponsor that we picked up, Rip Music, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Holland, Michigan. Jumped aboard. They are sponsoring No Cover TV and the local, original, and national music scene. Go to Rip Music, support the music scene, and if you go to Rip Music, mention my name or No Cover TV, and guess what? You're going to get 10% off accessories. Now, if you want a guitar or drums, you might really have to do some sweet talking there. I don't know what'll happen. But accessories 10% off. And now I'm going to get up there and drop off some accessories myself. All right. So you can find some No Cover TV swag. Yeah, some pics and things like that. All right. Time to get down and dirty to the show. And our artist today is in the house at the table. At the table. Oh, yes. Pete Guerra, and also known as Jersey Pete, out of West Michigan, the Grand Rapids, is in the house at the No Cover TV. Welcome, Pete. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Thank you for having me here.
It's been a while, my friend.
Yes.
That has been a while. It's so good to see you. You brought a guest.
I did.
Yes, and would you like to introduce your guest?
My girlfriend Karen is with me.
Karen, how you doing today?
Very good. Thank
Good.
you.
I'm glad you made it.
You.
Thank you for support.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely.
And also my beautiful wife, Denise, is joining us too.
Yes.
Yeah, she's here. Okay, so Pete, we got a lot to discuss, my friend. You have been doing this for quite some time.
I had a guitar put in my hands in 6th grade
6th grade.
by a friend of mine and said, "You're going to learn and we're going to start a band."
Okay, so now you're jumping right on to my first thing that I do in the beginning. And as we're going up in that era, we're going in that time capsule. Yeah, we're going on a journey, brother. Let's do this. All right, let's take a journey. Let's go back. You said 6th grade?
6th grade.
6th grade. Let's start there. All right, you got a guitar at 6th grade?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. How long did it take you to pick it up?
He wouldn't let me put it down.
There you go. I like that.
I grew up in northern New Jersey,
Yeah.
and
All right.
his name was Anthony Gramoglia.
Ah, yes.
And put that guitar in my hand, and this is a G chord. No, that's not a G chord. This is a G chord. And he taught me how to play, and then we brought the Vigilante Brothers, and that was their name.
Vigilante Brothers. Okay.
Drums and bass. And we played our first gig at a family party that year. And oh my God, were we bad.
Well, you were 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
That's what, 10, 11 years old?
About, somewhere around there.
So you tried your hardest, and you probably thought you were sounding pretty good, but yeah. So that concert It went. Well, let's move past that kind. So let's go. Let's get to you're 20 now. All right. Are you still in New Jersey?
At 20, I'm still in New Jersey, and at that point, the band that I had through high school, the Bounty Hunters,
The Bounty Hunters.
had broken up,
They broke up. Oh boy.
and I wasn't going to play in a band ever again.
Mm-hmm.
I went out and I bought myself an acoustic guitar
Oh yes.
and learned how to finger pick and learned how to do all those cool things on the acoustic guitar. And I started playing the clubs in New York City by myself.
Did you really? You went over the river to New York.
I did. Well, the money was better. And New York, New York from where I lived was, I did a map of it yesterday because people keep asking me. It was 3.6 miles away.
So you were just right over the
I was
river.
there.
Were you right by the Washington Bridge?
Yes.
That's
Yes, right by
beautiful.
Fort Lee.
Oh my
Right there.
goodness. I don't miss that bridge.
No.
So New York, my goodness, and your early 20s. Now, let's step back just a second. What were you listening to when you were younger?
It was all classic rock.
Oh,
Well, I shouldn't say that. It was a mix between classic rock and Motown. I fell deeply in love with Motown.
Motown is beautiful stuff.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, just from the heart, it was just so good.
We constantly watch the movie The Temptations.
We do. Just hear the music.
Oh, it is. And you being a singer-songwriter, like you said, you like classic rock, you like the Motown and blues.
I've been a singer for a long time, but the writing didn't start till I was 62 years old, which was 8 years ago.
Okay.
I was going through a divorce,
All right.
and I poured my heart into the music.
Did you?
And I hadn't played in 10 to 12 years.
Really?
And the guitar and the writing really brought me around.
That's cool.
And I was very level. Things were going fairly good, and I'm going to just say it, I was missing something.
There was something not there, right?
Did a ton of dating, and none of it was good. And then I met her by accident.
Wonderful, Karen.
That's great.
It is wonderful. Like I said earlier, angels from heaven that drop
Yeah.
down. Unbelievable.
Oh, I adore her.
I can see, I can tell. And I adore her too. Oh, yeah, she keeps me in line and in check and keeps you safe. So, okay, you're in New Jersey, you're playing New York and stuff. Why did you come to Michigan?
In 1984, I was working for a company called Edmont that manufactured chemical-resistant gloves and clothing.
Okay.
And I wanted out of Jersey because I was planning on having a large family. I say large, 4 kids. And I figured I would lose one to the environment. Again, growing up 3.5 miles out of New York City, it was a tough place.
It is.
And my boss became vice president at the competitor and tried to get me to go with him.
Okay.
And the offer was better on money. The offer was better on everything. I could have a choice of location around the country.
Really?
I mean, they gave me everything. And then the company I worked for, Edmont, found out. And the director of sales called me and asked me to give him 3 months and he would match and beat the offer. But he needed 3 months, but he couldn't tell me why. And I trusted him. So I said yes.
Oh, wow.
So 3 months later, he called me. He said, we're going to give you 20% bump over what they gave you. He said, we have a choice of 8 locations. He said, and we'll send you to every single one with your wife. We'll pay for everything. You find the location you want. And at that point in time, I was their number 1 salesman.
Beautiful.
So they didn't want to.
Yeah, now I'll let you go.
And when I got hired in New Jersey, it was the last place territory. And I made it first place in 2 years.
Really?
So I chose West Michigan because it was the last place territory.
Ah, sneaky.
It can't go any further down.
Right. Let's bring it up.
And I had experience doing that. And within 2 years, I made this number 1 territory in the country.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. And you haven't left?
No.
No. Now, when you transitioned to Michigan and you took on your new job, you had a lot on your plate. Did you still have time to play and perform?
No, I didn't. At that point, I didn't.
Okay.
I mean, the guitar would come out of the closet once in a while, and I would strum it. But I didn't have the time to get decent at it again.
No.
I didn't.
No. So when did the time come?
I got my first wife and I split up towards the end of 1997,
Okay.
and that's when the guitar came out of the closet.
All right. Nice.
And my first acoustic guitar, which I still own, was born in 1972, and I bought it in 1972. We've been together over 50 years.
Beautiful.
It's a Guild.
Uh,
And I started playing that again, and I started doing a little playing at places.
okay.
I
Nice.
had played at Founders when it was a tiny little place.
Just started. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And then 7 years later or so, a woman who I had met, actually through the girl I was dating, she was in a different circle of friends.
Okay.
The girl I was dating and I split up, and that woman was going through a divorce. We became friends, and we wound up getting married.
Okay.
And don't want to say anything bad, but she told me she loved classic rock, but when we got married and I'd be playing, she'd always give me a hard time about playing classic rock because she liked country.
Jeez.
And I'm not coming from the New York City area. We never had a country station.
Yeah, right.
And not to get anybody mad at me, but I like more intricate music than 3 or 4 chords.
I understand, Pete. Definitely. I'm a rocker at heart, but we play the same style pretty much. You do.
Mm-hmm.
It is very similar. Now, all right, you're in Michigan. You're playing out now. Okay, good deal. Oh, well, let's get to today. Let's get to the present here because I've got some questions I want to ask.
Sure.
All right. So, everybody out there, Jersey Pete's in the house. Now, Pete, tell the people out there where they possibly can find you and your music so that they can listen to it.
Well, you can find me on Facebook. I mean, there's a Jersey Pete page,
All right.
and that's where to find me. Being my age, I don't expect to get discovered, so I'm not doing all the work that all the younger musicians are doing.
They're doing a lot of work. Yeah.
I have a reputation, and it's working. I spent the whole summer in Grand Haven and Douglas and Saugatuck playing, and I played close
Nice.
to 40 shows over the summer by myself.
Did you really? 40?
Yeah.
That's
Very
a
good.
good number.
And decided to slow it down tremendously.
Really? Oh, boy. Yeah.
You know,
I know what you mean because I've had to put the brakes on a few things a few times. So from the bands to the show and things like that. Yeah, you need a break once in a while.
so I'm running an open mic starting November 19th
Are you?
on Division at a place called Bar Down
Bar down.
every third Sunday.
All right. Bar down every third Sunday.
Yep.
So you see Jersey Pete at Bar Down every third Sunday.
7 o'clock, bring an instrument and let's do
There you go.
some playing. And
Oh, I just might take you up on that, Pete. I'm liking this. Okay. So, you've been doing this a while. I'm going to have to say off the top of my head, you probably got a few songs under your belt. How many?
probably about 400.
I love it.
I
don't.
And I don't use cheat sheets, and I don't use tablets. I pick the songs I'm going to play when I'm playing a real gig,
There you go.
and I will play them 2 or 3 times for 2 weeks before that gig, and I go and it all comes out of memory.
There you go. Just
I didn't kill all the brain cells I thought I did.
You're right. That's exactly. I wonder why mine's still working. That's beautiful. Now, do you have CDs out there for the people?
I don't, but I'm in the process. I have some of the tracks that I sent you
Yes.
that have been mixed down, and there's some other things that I want to mix down, and I want to do it not because I want to make money, because I want to be famous. I want to leave it to my kids, my grandkids.
There
I
you go.
want them, my relatives, my friends. I want them to have it because I'm not going to be here forever.
Exactly.
I want I want to have a legacy, and
Mm.
I want that to be part of my legacy.
That's beautiful. I like how you put that. Jim.
Nice.
That's good. And I feel you on that one. I'm trying to do the same thing, I guess. Yeah. So now I notice you got some fans out there, quite a few, Pete. What do you think about that? How they treating you?
My fans are really good.
Yeah, they are.
They're really good. And when I was playing out in Grand Haven, they were coming out there to see me from Grand Rapids.
It's beautiful.
Some of my friends, a boatload, and I mean a boatload, out of Chicago and different places,
Wow.
came to see me, relatives of my fans.
Really?
And my most enjoyable show out there, am I allowed to mention places by name?
Yeah, you can mention what you want.
Okay, I enjoyed playing the back deck at the Holiday Inn, Spring Lake Holiday Inn.
Really?
Spring Lake.
Yeah.
By the Tiki Bar.
Yep.
The people there were absolutely wonderful. And the crowd out there were asking for me.
That's awesome.
I mean, again, I'm not a kid. I'd be playing out there and I'd be playing that old rock and roll and throwing a little Motown in there and stuff like that. One night I found $100 bill in my tip jar.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
So I know somebody liked it.
Yeah, you hit up the heart. Yes, you did. Somebody loves it. That is very cool. Now, the tracks that you laid down, very nice. Studio. What studio did you use?
It's a private studio that I'm not going to name them because they don't want the phone calls.
I understand.
They do work for some radio stations and they do some work with TV and
And I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm happy.
They're good people.
Yeah.
Did a very good job. And I always like to ask, now we're kind of the same age, digital or analog, what do you like better when you're recording?
Oh, if I had my way and they would let me have my way, I would do it live and I would do it analog.
There you go. That's what I want to hear. Yes.
I would play it 6, 7, 8, 12 times and pick one recording.
Yeah.
The tracking stuff is okay. I mean, they can bring it to perfection.
Right.
But the live stuff is the stuff that has the heart.
That's it right there. Right there. Right there on the paper, people. Oh, I love it, Pete. Yeah, this is a great show.
You know, it's with musicians. You have musicians that pick up a guitar and they play from the guitar. Then you have musicians who pick up the guitar and they play from the heart. And you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel it when I lean back and I close my eyes and I'm singing and playing and forget to look at the neck. And it all works.
You just feel it. You know it. It's there.
Yeah, I'm going up 12 frets and back and forth, and I don't miss the note. When I think about it is when I screw up.
Exactly. It's like, finger stuck or whatever.
I'm playing jazz now.
Yeah, right. Speeding up. What's going on here? Oh, no. And I was doing that last night, actually. I was close my eyes and just play.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'd like to do, too. Oh, my goodness. So now you're playing quite a bit. You're playing all over. So now, are you staying around the Michigan? Are you trying to get out of Michigan a little bit, maybe to play?
Oh, no. Again, I'm slowing it down. So local is good. I'm slowing it down to the point of 1 or 2 gigs a month.
Okay, yeah.
And I know when summertime comes, I'm going to have trouble keeping it down to that. But right now, 1 or 2 gigs I'm happy.
Nice. Throughout your years of playing music stuff, did you get to do some traveling and playing throughout other states?
I did. I actually toured the East Coast. I did some playing New York. I did some playing down in the Carolinas. I did some playing in Maryland. And I did some playing up in Massachusetts through Boston.
Oh,
So, yeah, I do.
There you go. Very nice. Beautiful people.
Oh, yeah.
I used to live out in the Poconos, so I loved it out there.
Oh, God, I love the Poconos.
That was great. I love it too.
My favorite East Coast place used to be before the Olympics was Lake Placid.
Yes,
I
exactly.
love that place before the Olympics.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I miss it. Yeah, but home is home. So let's move on, my friends. So now you mentioned this just a minute ago, the heart. That means a lot to me. And I want to ask you, when you get on that stage and you get that guitar out and you start performing and you see people singing your music and just loving it.
Oh, absolutely adore it.
How is that heart feeling, brother?
Oh, God, the heart feels good. I mean, it's reached a point with some of my originals where I'm playing those and the crowd is singing my originals along with me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And that's just like, whoa. And I never expected any of this at this age. I really didn't. I didn't expect this at this age. I mean, I get on stage and I know if my voice is healthy that night, I'll play Nights in White Satin and I'll get that octave.
Really?
I'll hit that big note.
Oh, beautiful.
I'll hit that big note. And people will sit there and wait to see if I'm going to get it. They
Yeah.
will lean back.
Can he do it? Can he do it? That is beautiful.
But just, God, sometimes I can almost have a tear in my eye when I see how much people are enjoying it. And I'm different. I am not Memorex for all you old people who are listening to this. I do not play things exactly like the record. I hear a song and I hear everything else that could be done with that song.
There you go.
I've always been that way.
Right. Well, what is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen out there, Jersey Pete brought his guitar. We're going to get a live performance tonight. Yes, we are. And I think we're going to get 2 songs possibly out of you. Yes. And what I'd like, actually, looking at the clock, I'd like to do one of them right now if we could, Pete.
Sure.
Let's do one of those songs. So Pete's going to get his guitar here. And, of course, up the stairs, looking down, is our mascot, Zoe. Everybody loves Zoe when they come to the house. She loves bass players and drummers. So if you want to come to the table, please come to the table. So Pete's getting the guitar. There she is. That's what we want to hear, the applause from the mascot. All right. So Pete's getting the guitar.
I need to get my seat.
He's got a seat and everything. Now, he showed me this case he has. This thing, I think, flies. It's got so many gizmos on it, I can't believe it.
The guitar case is kind of very unique. Like I said, it has a raincoat for the case in a little compartment. So if it's raining, the case doesn't have to get wet.
That's the biggest guitar case I think I've
Next,
seen.
they're going to have computer chips in. It's going to walk itself. Unbelievable. Oh, this is great. So Pete's setting up here. Karen, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the whole program here.
Yeah. So now, what do you think of Pete's music when you first heard him play?
I thought it was awesome. There was an amazing group of musicians there in Howard City. I was just going out for the evening just to enjoy some time and listen, and I was impressed with all of them, and I was impressed with Pete.
That's
And,
great.
Yeah, I've been going ever since.
I'm so happy you two
Yeah,
got
yeah.
together. That is great. So everybody out in podcast land, again, check out Written Music, their sponsor. Get a hold of me. You want to be on his show? I think Jersey Pete's about ready to do. Almost, he's saying. We got a few things here. So again, get a hold of me, bands out there. You know how to do it. It's No Cover TV on Facebook, Al Brady on Facebook, or No Cover TV at yahoo.com. Get a hold of me. Let's get your music out there. I don't care what genre it is or what age you are. If you're under 18, yes, I need your parents' permission, and I would like them on the podcast to talk to them too. And actually, we have a prodigy coming on in a few weeks, a 17-year-old. That's going to be an amazing show. And we got some other amazing shows coming up. How you doing there, Pete?
I'm almost ready.
He's almost ready, he says there.
For those who can't see what I'm doing, I'm setting up a bench
Yes, he's setting up.
that I brought with me. It's actually a drummer's stool. And I have a footrest adjusted, and everything's at the height I like.
There we go. We'll give you a
when-
little room.
When I'm on stage, I do a mix of standing and sitting. When I'm finger picking, I like to get into a classical guitar type position.
There you go.
And if I'm going to do some fast strumming, I like to be sitting too. I just feel better about it.
You switch knees. You switch knees from classical to regular.
Well, actually, regular is like this.
Right,
and
classical's that way, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And yes, I am nervous, so you're going to have to put up with me if I make a mistake.
No, nobody's nervous on No Cover TV. No, it's all about the music. So check out the music, everybody. The original music. Like I said, there's so much commercial music. It's the same songs over and over. Check out some new stuff, all right, people, because it's amazing out there. We're going to tune the guitar. There we go. All right.
So, should I explain the first one?
You go ahead, B.
We used to drive from Jersey to New York City and go to a place called McSorley's Old Ale House.
All right.
It's around the corner from the old Fillmore East.
Ah.
And we would go there, and on this one corner, there was always this very attractive woman about my age. And I kind of had a crush on her. And I always wanted to go meet her, stop and meet her. And I finally did get the chance to meet her. And this song is about her and this whole thing.
Okay. All right. What's the name of the song?
She's standing on the corner, looking so good, I know. She's standing on the corner, high heels, short skirt, I know. And I know, someday I'm gonna take her home. She's standing on the corner, long brown hair, I know. She's standing on the corner, big brown eyes and a smile, I know. And I know, today I'm gonna take her home. She's standing on the corner in tight jeans, I know. She's standing on that corner in a sheer top, I know. And I know, someday I'm gonna take her home. She's standing on that corner, talking to me, I know. She's standing on that corner, eye to eye, toe to toe, I know. But now I know I can't afford to take her home.
Oh, yes, Jersey Pete House. I like that riff. That was great. That was great.
Thank you.
That was great.
Nice.
How long ago did you write that?
Oh gosh, I don't know, a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. And as you can tell by the end of the song, I was this good-looking woman who I thought was so cool. And she probably was a cool person, but she turned out to be a hooker. That's why the end of the song, now I know I can't afford to take her home. But the whole time I'm thinking, boy, she is so pretty, man. I'd like to meet her.
That is beautiful.
For X amount of dollars, you can meet me, buddy.
There you go. Oh, so wow. We don't want to give out any names or numbers now. That's what, you never know what you're going to hear on No Cover TV, people. Yes, indeed. That's great. He's got another song he's going to perform, but not yet, because I got some more questions before we end this show. All right. So now I want to ask you some general questions, Jersey Pete. All right. Okay. All right. You've been doing this a while. You're out there. What artist, performer in this world would you want to perform with? What? I'll give you two people to choose. Who would you want to share the stage with?
Boy, that's a tough one. I would have to say James Taylor.
Oh, wow.
Top of my list. Very top of my list. And Gord.
Yeah.
I got to meet Gordon.
Did you?
Yeah, I would definitely would want to be on the same stage with Gordon. I know I can. I mean, he's gone, but
Right.
Gordon. I used to tell people, I mean, Taylor, love Taylor's writing, and I love Paul Simon's writing and Bob Dylan's writing, but Gordon painted a technicolor picture.
Mm. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a very amazing artist. Oh, my goodness. And you've got that style. Yeah.
I guess I do to a certain degree.
Yes, you do, Pete. Oh, I'm loving this. So now we figured out the two that you'd like to play with. Now, in this world, we have a lot of stages you can perform on. Now, let's pick two stages you'd like to perform on. What? Two stages. It could be small, could be big, anywhere in the world.
Boy, I'm going to sound like a Miss America contestant with this one.
All right, there you go.
I would like to perform on a big stage for a charity concert.
I like that.
That's what I would like to do. Again, I'm not going to get discovered at this age, and I'm not good enough to get discovered, and I know that. But I would love to be on a big stage at a charity event playing.
That's beautiful. That charities and benefits mean a lot to me. I've done a lot and promote that all the way, definitely. Is there a specific charity that you would pick?
St. Jude's.
St. Jude's.
The hospital.
The hospital of St. Jude's. Beautiful.
And I've done a lot of playing off and on at the Veterans Center over the years.
That's great. They need that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Jersey Pete, for that. That means a lot to me. And everybody out there, do that for people. Because you do play music for a reason. Because it makes your heart big, and you want to make their heart even bigger on the audience. And that's why we musicians do what we do. We spend that money on all that gear, and we sure don't get that return that we like. So people support your local and national music scene. Go to the shows, buy the swag, pay the cover charge, get up there, and have a good time. Forget about the 8-10 hours of crap you put up at work. Get out and enjoy some great music, because you're going to free that mind. Music is a beautiful thing. Yes, it is. Thank you, Jersey Pete. Unbelievable. We're not done, though. I'll let you go. So, you've been in the scene in West Michigan for quite some time now. How has West Michigan been treating you over the years? Now, it's got its ups and downs. I'm not going to badmouth my town. but I could if I wanted to.
Well, it depends. There's multiple fronts. I mean, it's a great place to raise kids.
Yes, it's a great time.
It is just a good place to raise kids, and I love that. I think there's a lot of people that don't accept different people
There you
in
go.
West Michigan. Was that diplomatic enough?
You pretty much hit it on the head
Yeah.
there. Like we were talking before we hit the button, there's circles.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that happens in every town and state within the communities of the music scene. And to this point, we had our decades of going through some crap.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. But when I moved out here in 1984, I moved into a town that was encapsulated by a group of people who definitely didn't like 100% Italian guy who was Catholic. And that took me by surprise.
Really?
Where
Yeah.
I came from, all races, colors, and creeds, and the way I was raised is good and bad and all.
Right.
You don't judge.
You do not judge. Shame on them.
I can't believe I said that over the radio.
I'm glad you did. Glad you did. We want to be honest on the show. We want to let people know what's going on out there. Music in the entertainment business is not easy. And you definitely have to do your due diligence. You definitely, like I tell the younger bands and stuff, it's like a tree. You're starting out, and there's a lot of branches that are going to come out.
Yeah.
And it depends on which one you take. It could take your career off or ruin your career.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people out there that smile at you, but they don't really smile. No. So watch what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're doing. Do what you want to do and do it your way, and don't let anybody tell you how to run your music or play your music. Now, I want to ask you this question, Jersey Pete. If you have the opportunity, would you sign for a label if it was the opportunity presented, or would you want to stay independent?
If I had the opportunity, I'd probably want to sign with a label.
All right.
Not a long-term contract,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but a short-term contract just to
All right.
get it out of my system.
Okay. So if a year contract came up, you might consider that.
I might consider that.
Okay. I wrote 2 words there. I'm not going to say them, but I'm going to shoot them a message for you. Okay. So they take on artists.
Oh, okay.
And they've been picking up a lot of my artists.
Okay.
Treat them good. Treat them very well.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll talk. So anyways, people out there, we've got Jersey Pete in the house playing some great music, and I want to hear another song.
Okay.
We got another song?
We have another song.
Oh, let's do this. Let's show the people. Turn the speakers up, people.
We're going to drop this down into a different type of tuning.
Oh, we're dropping it. Oh, there we go. Down we go. And yes, Karen is picking up the electric guitar to do lead, aren't you? My wife's going to play drums. Yes, here we
Be the end of the
go. We'll form the own band, No Cover TV band right here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So we are glad that Jersey Pete and Karen has joined us at the table today. We're having a good time. Thank you for joining us. Everybody out there, I appreciate you listening to No Cover TV. Please check out the past shows because there's a lot of great interviews, fun interviews, and a lot of in-depth interviews. And check out the future shows. Oh, I got some really great stuff coming up. And if I got time at the end, I got a special person coming up in a couple of weeks that you really going to want to stay tuned for. So if anybody reminds me, I'll mention that at the end. All right. So how are we doing, Jersey Pete?
All right.
Ready to go. All right. What we got?
Quick explanation on this song is growing up in northern New Jersey, we would go down to the Jersey Shore.
Ah, yes.
And me and the boys, after high school, rented a house down the Jersey Shore for multiple years, the same house. in a place called Bradley Beach, not too far from Seaside.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a gal who walked the boardwalk that I was just like gaga over. And she was always with the guy.
Okay.
Same guy, a different guy every year, but the same guy for the whole year.
Okay.
So I never got to talk to her. I never got to say hello to her. Never got to know her name. Never got to know anything. And this is a song I wrote about that.
All right, let's hear this.
Boardwalk angel, will you take my hand? Lead me to the promised land. Let's see what we can be. Boardwalk angels with another man. Please come here and take my hand. Let's see what we can be. Boardwalk angel, you're the only girl for me. Boardwalk angel, let's see what we can be. Boardwalk angel, will you dance with me? We'll float across the sand. We'll see what we can be. Boardwalk angel, will you hold me tight? Stay with me all through the night. Let's see what we can be. Boardwalk angel, you're the only girl for me. Boardwalk angel, let's see what we can be. Boardwalk angel, I'll ask again. Please come here and take my hand. Let's see what we can be. Boardwalk angel, will you walk with archangel will never see what we can be.
Oh, yes, again, Jersey Pete in the house. Thank you so much for that. That was beautiful. That was a very beautiful song.
Thank you.
That was very beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Jersey Pete and Karen for coming on the No Cover TV podcast. Thank you for coming on the show, Jersey.
You're welcome.
I want you back real soon again. We got to do this again, brother.
We can.
Oh, yes, we can. We're going to keep doing this. I'm not stopping until I kick over, which could be any time. I don't know. Oh, my. We're at 47 minutes. We don't want that thing to start smoking, so we're going to probably wrap up this show here. All right. So, everybody out podcast land, I appreciate you checking out the No Cover TV podcast. Check out Jersey Pete wherever he's playing around West Michigan. Grand Rapids, Grand, even Lakeshore, pretty much probably, huh? I love that area too. So check out Jersey Pete. Platforms again, you're on Facebook.
Facebook and SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Check them out. And check this out, because I'm going to shove it in your face, people. So I thank each and one of you out there. I thank Rip Music for sponsoring this show. And of course, most of all, I thank you musicians and you, Jersey Pete, for coming in. Thank you. Karen, thank you for your company.
You're very welcome. Thank you for letting me.
Ah, it's beautiful. And to my beautiful wife, thank you for joining.
Always.
Always. So, I'm Big Al, your host. I want to head out. Get a hold of me. Check out the show. Support my favorite 3 words. Get off your butts and get out there and check this music out, because it's wonderful. It is wonderful, people. So, get a hold of me if you want to be on the show. All right? Or I'm going to get a hold of you. Oh, yes, people. So, Jersey Pete, you're going to end this show. How do you want to end it? It's yours.
I don't know.
That's first time.
You got me.
I got him right on the spot here. So, how about this? Everybody say, have a good one. Listen to the original music.
Have a good one.
All right, everybody. Listen to that original music out there. Like I said, you're missing it if you don't. So check out the No Cover TV podcast, and especially Jersey Pete. Check him out. Great musician and artist. Wonderful. Thank you, brother. We're out of here. Check out the next show. We got some incredible ones coming, and we have a special person coming up on the 25th, and that is Sammy Sirius from the Zeros, if you remember the Zeros from the late 80s and 90s out of L.A. Yes, I'm not getting in it anymore. We're out here, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you so much from the bottom of my heart. Keep listening to that original music. It's Big Al, Jersey Pete, Karen, Miss Denise. We're out of here. Peace.